Hi, my name is Julio Rivera. I'm an activist, journalist, adventurer, veteran, television presenter, and businessman. I've covered many of the major historical events going on around the world over the past several years, and after watching regime changes, conflict, and historic elections globally, I've come to the conclusion that the most underreported crisis in the world today can be defined in only one word: malware. That's why I've decided to dedicate my time to educating people everywhere and exposing the dangers that exist on the devices that we've become tethered to and depend on for so many reasons in our day-to-day life. Welcome to This Week in Malware. On This Week in Malware, we'll be covering DarkSide Ransomware gang plans to host data leak service in Iran to evade takedowns by authorities. Is your browser persistently redirecting to Search Marquis? Here's why. And how dangerous is online shopping this holiday season? Beware of cyber scams. Ransomware response firm Coveware has placed the Iranian hacking group DarkSide on an international restricted list after the gang announced plans to host infrastructure in Iran. When DarkSide hackers encrypt the network, their affiliates steal some unencrypted files, threatening to release them if ransom demands are not met. This double extortion strategy has grown in popularity, and we have covered this in the past. DarkSide plans to host infrastructure in Iran. To prevent their data leak site from being taken down, DarkSide announced in November of 2020 that they're building a sustainable storage system in Iran and other unrecognized republics. The reason being, if one server is taken down, the data will remain and be available on other servers. In October of 2020, the US Treasury Department's Office of Foreign Assets Control issued an advisory warning to ransomware negotiators and American businesses that paying ransoms may lead to sanctions violations and fines. Previous examples of sanctioned hackers and hacking groups the advisory mentioned include the developer of CryptoLocker ransomware, Evgeny Mikhailovich, two Iranians that provided material support to SamSam ransomware in November of 2018, Lazarus Group, and two subgroups, Blunorov and Ario, as well as EvoCorp and its leader, Maxim Yukabits. In addition to sanctions against these cybercrime gangs, the US government already has existing sanctions against Iran. Since ransom payments to DarkSide could be used to pay Iranian hosting providers for this new and expanded data leak system, Coveware has added DarkSide Ransomware to an internal restricted list and will no longer be facilitating ransom payments for clients with them. Search Marquis is a browser extension that alleges to be a helpful tool that enhances the browsing quality of browsers like Chrome and Safari. But upon taking another look, Search Marquis is yet another questionable browser extension that aims to redirect users to dubious websites. The Search Marquis browser extension and its website searchmarquis.com is associated with browser hijackers, adware, and potentially unwanted programs or pups. The developers who create and distribute such unwanted software do so to generate advertising revenue by displaying the unwanted pop-ups, injecting ads directly into the browser, and diverting online visitors to websites that are heavy with advertisements and sponsored content. Often, users unknowingly download and install programs such as Search Marquis. Most unwanted software is usually distributed via bundles of free software, pirated or cracked software, torrent websites, and spam emails. Once the Search Marquis browser extension is installed, it modifies web browsing settings and may set searchmarquis.com as the default new tab page and default search engine without a user's permission or knowledge. It also displays annoying advertisements and collects data such as your web searches, IP addresses, and sites visited. Search Marquis redirect virus, also known as searchmarquis.com redirect virus, is not technically a virus. Redirect virus is a term commonly used to describe a browser hijacker's ability to automatically redirect the browser to unfamiliar pages or misleading search results every time the user tries to do a web search. In most cases, questionable search engines like searchmarquis.com will display results generated by other search engines like bing.com. Before searchmarquis.com displays bing.com results, it will lead users through several intermediate domains such as searchbaron.com, searchnewworld.com, and searchshow.com. Another domain linked to Search Marquis called mybrowsersearch.com uses Google Custom Search API instead of returning its own results. The switch from searchmarquis.com to a subsidiary domain like searchbaron.com and finally landing on bing.com is almost invisible and can only be seen briefly in the status bar at the bottom of the browser window. How do you delete Search Marquis? If a browser hijacker has infected your computer and your browser is redirecting to searchmarquis.com, you may need to take the appropriate steps to undo the changes made to your browser. What to do? Here are some manual steps that may help to resolve the issue. Remove suspicious programs or browser extensions, especially programs you don't recognize. Reset the web browser to default settings. Clear out your browser cache and the DNS cache. If the browser redirects persist, then it is advised to use a reputable anti-malware program to scan for, detect, and remove browser hijackers, adware, or potentially unwanted programs from your computer. With 2020 being the year of the coronavirus pandemic, more people than ever will shop online for their holiday gifts. In a recent survey by Bankrate.com, 71% of respondents said they plan to make most of their holiday purchases online, 20% more than last year. However, while trying to stay safe and avoid crowded malls, hackers are preparing to pounce on online shoppers. This means you must be mindful of your online behavior. 80% of those surveyed by Bankrate.com say that they reuse online passwords. Additionally, 45% of respondents save passwords on a computer or phone, while 39% save payment information of their online search. Ransomware is one of the most lucrative ventures for cybercriminals. Therefore, experts expect it to be the preferred method of attack during the holiday shopping season. Top ransomware threats to look out for are Ryuk ransomware, Revil ransomware, Sodino Kibi ransomware, Netwalker ransomware, and Doppelpaymer ransomware, amongst others. So how can you shop safely? Pay attention to red flags when shopping online and give out as little information as possible. When looking at the beginning of a website address, you want to see HTTPS, because that means that the site is encrypted and any information entered will be secured. If there is no S at the end of HTTP, it's not secure. You also have to remember to be wary of online stores that may try to ask for birth dates or social security numbers to complete a purchase. Unless it's part of an online credit check, there is never a reason to give that online retailer that information. Also, make sure to delete suspicious holiday offer emails, as hackers like to use malicious links in fake promotional email blasts to send users to pages that ask for sensitive personal information used for identity theft and fraud. Another underrated tactic that the safe online shopper needs to utilize is always remembering which websites they purchase gifts from. Tracking online purchases via an online banking app and comparing it to your receipts is the easiest way to determine whether or not you're a victim of fraud in real time. And always use a credit card instead of a debit card because of the differences in how fraud is handled. With debit cards, your bank balance is immediately affected. But with buying with a credit card, it's the creditor's money that's stolen, and there are more protections provided for you. You know, as I think about the dangers that exist online, not unlike the subjects we learned about in this video, I know I feel a lot better having an anti-malware program like SpyHunter installed in my PC, providing me the protection I need against malware, and I think you should too. SpyHunter 5's strongest features are found in its malware repair capabilities. SpyHunter 5's remediation algorithms dive deep into your system to remove and address complex malware issues affecting PCs today. While many anti-malware products only flag and quarantine malware, and ultimately fail to fully remediate the root problem, the SpyHunter 5 remediation algorithm detects, quarantines, and programmatically repairs malware problems on your PC. SpyHunter 5 is a powerful PC utility that repairs malware threats in many cases where other competing anti-malware and antivirus programs may fail. To detect and remove malware for free, go to enigmasoftware.com and download SpyHunter today. Thanks for watching.